What's going on, Justeeni here, back with some more Polytitans. So to kind of refresh you on how things are going. It's a normal lakes, and we're playing the same matchup, but the way that things are working is the away player gets to pick their tribe. So in this case, I'm the away player, and I picked Imo, then Imo versus HOODRICK, and this time I'm playing against Arthur. You might know him for qualifying in the Imperius World Championship. He's good at the game. All right, yeah, let's just get right into things. So I decided not to go for meditation opening because I just don't think it benefits me much in this position. And I wasn't sure if I was going to find my suburbs because look at how barren this spawn is. And I'm not matching resources in my C2. Oh, actually, no, I have fish. That's what I do in the game too. I get fishing. And yeah, I can upgrade my capital. Upgrade my C2, go for the Explorer, it's nice and funneled. That's why I move the Mindbender back like that. And I get some good vision, but unfortunately, I was hoping because my terrain is kind of barren, my market potential is absolute garbage, which means I actually have a worse late game than HOODRICK. Yeah, my late game is worse than HOODRICK, and I can't really do a whole lot before the late game, except for one thing, and that's get naval dominance. But unfortunately, I can't do that here, because there's a bit of land connection. I have to deal with that. But maybe one of the lakes can be important. I go hunting. It's necessary for development. Unfortunately, because I didn't go meditation opening, my development's going to be a little slower. But I was trying to play things as safe as possible. I managed to get a nice cheeky convert there on the archer. I'm making some more warriors. And I go for climbing, org. So I just want to develop some more. And I move the archer on the mountain. This is actually a misplay. Because HOODRICK doesn't have climbing. You'll see why that does matter in a bit. But again, I'm just trying to develop. Trying to get a good mid-game eco. And yeah, you can see, because they kill my archer, but they don't move on the mountain. If my archer was here, if they kill, I convert. And I'm happy. Well, I mean, it's fine at least. They would just kill the warrior back, but it's okay. I'd be fine with that sequence of events. Now, I can't really do much about this village because this Mindbender can't stop the warrior from going here because the warrior can kill the Mindbender. But I have this village down here. You know, I'm getting a city advantage, and I have water access finally. In a part that matters, I have water access here, but that was just to get land access here. But they go around and they get this ruin. That's not very good. I grabbed this lighthouse back here. I kind of sent this warrior scavenge for ruins and get the lighthouse at the same time. I can go for forestry. Unfortunately, really delaying any naval presence, mostly because, well, I only have one port. But I can go, get forestry, get more eco, chop a bunch to just try to develop as quickly as possible. They get a vet's sword, which is really not good for me. And they have markets on turn 11. And now I just have to sit here and wonder where it all went wrong. I get a riding ruin at least. But yeah, I'm going against HOODRICK markets. Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. So I can at least get a border growth, steal some land from the city. And I'm just hoping I can maintain the city advantage because I do have 6 cities to what looks to be 5 after they take this. So if I can just take one more city, 7 on 5, but they have markets, that's bad. Even though I have Philo, but maybe it's still playable. Possibly, it is a live game, anything can happen. And there looks to be a city over here. You can see the shoreline there. I got a catapult, just setting up for defense because I'm going to need to. They're most certainly getting the city, but it's not a very good city because I just took away all the land and everything. But they have a city here, so it actually turns out it's going to be a 6 on 6 until I take this, and then it'll be a 7 on 6, which is really, really bad. But I'm still playing it out, you know, just in case. Can get another giant here. If I can get naval dominance on this lake, maybe that changes things. I can pressure this city and do something there. You know, my mind benders are pretty annoying on defense. The mountains are getting in the way. But then now they have Eye of God, so they basically have perfect info on me. I grab the lighthouse. I can take that sword out finally. I decided to grab this lighthouse. I'm kind of gambling here, just hoping. Grab this lighthouse. This explorer's gonna grab this lighthouse. I can get Eye of God that way. Maybe, just maybe, that's gonna be good enough. I can get another giant here. Again, I still would have a city advantage at least once I take the city. But of course, my dreams are shattered. Now they are the one with the city advantage because they are taking this and they are definitely keeping it because there's lots of resources here. If I took it, I would have kept it because, yeah, I get Eye of God, so a monument to protect it, plus tons of resources, I easily get a giant there. But instead, nope, this just had lost, so I resign. So let's go on to the next match. Alright, so now we're back. This time I'm hosting, and Arthur decides to pick HOODRICK as a way, so I've played literally every game this set as IMO so far. And I decided with this spawn I'm likely to find my suburbs because I'm kind of coaxed to go into the middle anyway. So let's get turn 0 meditation this time. And I can find the city, and it looks like I am laked. Yeah, we can see some deep water here. There is a lake in this general area. That's great. That's sarcastic. You don't want to get laked. And it's not good to be the one with fewer cities against HOODRICK, because they can defend their city advantage very easily. And I get Org. You can see my resources are terrible. I have to get 3 techs to level up all of my cities. So I have a very slow start in addition to being laked. I get an explorer just to see for sure. Yep, I'm laked. The spawn sucks. I should have gotten a workshop. It was kind of obvious that I was laked. But, you know, I just had to make sure. And now I can get another explorer in this city. Actually, no, I don't. I go for a workshop because I'm going to go in the water anyway. It's kind of a non-negotiable. And sure enough, there's shorelines here. So not only am I laked, but because of how close they are, I can't like put scouts along here. But I can put scouts along here at least. And I can get 2 starfish. This isn't out. I can use nav. With Philo, it's super cheap actually. And then I decide to go for this starfish as well. And I need this port anyway, because this port is useless now. Now I can get navigation. Now I get strategy, and the idea is I want to go cloaks. I'm just hoping level this up enough, and I can just throw cloaks at it, and then take it, and then win. And if I can do that, that's really good. So I rush diplomacy as soon as humanly possible. Get an explorer. And I have exactly enough for a cloak here. You can see I am like light years away from a giant. And that's with getting meditation, by the way. I had like no shot of getting a giant unless I got forestry math, which is not a good idea in this position. Like at all. HOODRICK's taking this city because I want to get that cloak really bad. I'm just kind of letting them have it. But I'm hoping the cloak makes up for it. Oh, they have markets. We've seen this gameplay pattern from HOODRICK before. And I'm just hoping these cloaks are going to do it. I'm trying to get them off this village, but they've got a lot of archers. And there's another market. And now the catapult's going to help on defense. And I can go for this really nasty siege. If this holds, that's good, I guess. I mean, it's better than nothing. You know, we'll take it. But I'm still definitely not winning even if I take that city, which is kind of crazy because their markets are just insane. And they get a giant push, and their markets are even better now, and so I just resign. This is completely unwinnable. You know it's really bad when the opponent has a 2,000 score advantage, and you're IMO and you win turn 0 meditation. That's when you know it's really bad. But unfortunately, I get 2-0'd in the set, which kind of eliminates my chances of making it to the bracket stage, unless there was like a crazy 4-way tie. I think as of recording that, it's still technically possible. The set would have to go in a very specific way. It'd be really funny if that were to happen, but if this 4-way tie does not happen, I have no chance of making it to the next stage. It is what it is, but hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.